Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 5, and today we're taking a look at the 2019 Porsche 911 Speedster. Now this is part of the 991 generation that was produced from September 2011 to December 2019. This was also the final version of the 991 with 1,948 units being made. And yeah, the last 991 was a Speedster that was off the production line. And yeah, this uses a chassis from the GT3 while having the body shell of a Carrera 4 Cabriolet. And yeah, this is a really rather sport orientated or even somewhat race orientated kind of car, despite being a Speedster, because it's got not only the engine from a GT3, but it also has only a 6-speed manual over the 7-speed manual found in the standard 991 models, purely because it weighs less. It's got 9 pounds lighter. It's also got an exhaust system that is 22 pounds lighter, as it is made out of titanium. And yeah, that means that this only weighs 3,395 pounds, despite being a convertible, which typically convertibles weigh more than their hardtop variants, because you have to put strengthening beams in, and yeah, just to make sure that the car isn't gonna fall apart or be wobbly under hard driving. So yeah, which is mightily impressive. Still got the typical small boot up front, but at least it's reasonable enough. It is a manual hardtop though, by the way, so no electronic hardtop here. And typically from Porsche, you can't actually see the engine. So yeah, but it is a 4-litre flat 6 engine, producing 503 horsepower and 346 pounds-feet of torque, and the spoiler comes up at a certain rate of speed as well. So yeah, overall I really do like the look of this car. Sure, it looks like pretty much every other Porsche from the last 10 years or so at the front, but I like the red lining on the wheels. The wheels themselves look pretty nice. The rear end looks great. I like the twin exhausts and the double bubble rear end going on there. Just looks absolutely spectacular. Kind of looks classic in a lot of ways, but the rest of it is typical Porsche. There's nothing really here that is radical, just that it's more focused on the driving experience and just looking like a convertible version of a hardtop 911 basically, which is great as far as I'm concerned. Not only does it mean that you get the great looks of a convertible, but you also get the different driving aspects going on as well, with that high revving GT3 engine underneath and the lightweightedness of it all, and yeah, the fact that you've also got a convertible going on as well. So yeah, it all merges together to make a really enjoyable car to drive. To see how enjoyable though, we're going to get onto the open road and see what this car can do. So yeah, we're not lacking for other versions of the 991 on this game. We have the Turbo, we have the Carrera, we have the 2 versions of the GT3, and we have a GT2 as well. But yeah, this, like I said, sets itself apart because no, it's not a fully fledged, racer like a GT3 or a GT2, but nor is it a, an average road-going Porsche. So yeah, but let's get down this drag strip to see how fast it can go, and then we'll hoon it around the track. So yeah, rear-wheel drive like the GT3. So there's no all-wheel drive launch going on here, but it gets off the line pretty nicely despite that. And yeah, this is only about 50 or so pounds heavier than the Carrera that we also have on this game, while having nearly 60 horsepower more. So yeah, it's definitely a fast car. Got up to about 140 or so there, and yeah, but it is obviously heavier than the GT3 upon which the chassis is shared with by a couple £100 or thereabouts. So yeah, it's not going to be as fast as those cars, but like I said, takes the engine of that car and puts it in something that you're more likely to be able to live with on a day-to-day basis. Sure, the manual roof would be a bit of a hassle, especially if you live in a rainy country like the UK, but in a more mild or hot climate, it would be perfectly suitable. And yeah, at the end of the day, you've got that incredible sounding engine to go along with the good looks and the whole convertible aspect of the car. So yeah, stats wise this is great. Speed, handling and braking are all superb. Acceleration is decent, although the numbers do suggest it's a bit better than that stat. And like I said, the launch is a little bit hairy because obviously it's only rear wheel drive and you've got more than 500 horsepower, but still, if you get it off the line properly, you will launch it nicely. So yeah, no real issue there as long as you learn how to use it. But yeah, I'm absolutely bowled over by this car, to be honest. I'm not usually a massive fan of modern Porsches. There's very few of them that have, you know, overall that I enjoy. But yeah, this is definitely one of those that is ticking a lot of the boxes that I would like out of a sports car. So yeah, I'll let you listen to the engine first and then we'll talk about it some more. Well, whoopsie daisy, yeah, there is definitely some understeer to this car that you have to try and get used to. It's pretty much typical of most Porsches out there. But once you get the hang of it, it is a really rewarding car to drive. And yeah, you can also have plenty of fun with it if you so wish as well, because being only rear-wheel drive, it's liable to stick the tail out when you wish. But it's all on your time, it's not, you know, going to do it at random. And yeah, the acceleration is pretty good as well. 0 to 60 in 3.818 seconds. 0 to 108 seconds dead, and it'll go to a top speed of 205 miles an hour, which is, yeah, pretty darn quick. I imagine though the car limits itself in real life with the roof up, just so the roof doesn't get shredded. But still, on the whole, really enjoyable car. Sounds good. Revving up to nearly 9,000 RPM. Which, like I said, has only really ever been in the more race-orientated GT3 versions of the 911. So to have it in a more road-going vehicle like this, you know, like I said, one that you can live with on a day-to-day basis, because it's still got a pretty standard 911 interior. It's pliable to the road. It's not going to, you know, crash about or anything like that. But then you know, you have that awesome engine right behind you, and the amazing looks that go with having a Speedster. So yeah, even though this is, like I said, another version of the 991, like I said, we have several versions already, I think this is, you know, different enough from those versions to be worthy of being on this game. And yeah, you can get it by buying the car pass. It is the last car in the recent update in the car pass, so yeah, not sure what's going to be coming next, but hopefully it keeps up the quality that we've had in the last few updates, because outside of a couple of cars, on the whole, I've really enjoyed the cars that have been added to the game by the car pass. So yeah, you can put the roof up on this car as well. It will go to black, because it's, like I said, a manual only. Oh, it won't let me because we're in a race at the moment. We'll quit out. I'll show you it up, because it's not the best looking roof in the world, unfortunately. Kind of looks like that lightweight Cayman that came out a while ago, that looks really rather like an afterthought in terms of the roof design. Like I said, it is manual, so it would be a pain to put up. But yeah, this is it. Yeah, it doesn't look the best, does it? Looks a little bit better than that Cayman's roof, but yeah, definitely looks a better car with a roof deck like that. So yeah. And I imagine those little slots there that right behind the driver are, you know, a safety system for when the car rolls over. You know, like hoops or something like that might come up. But regardless, yeah, this is a cracking car and well worth putting into the game. And again, if you still haven't got the car pass, then what are you doing? This is a great car pass. Quite frankly, I think it's on the whole looking like it's better than the previous game. But obviously, we still have some more cars to come to really decide that. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.